like the equivalent of the police station and the prison. They're like the closest you would get to the law enforcement in the area.
Okay. I guess the other questions I have is, so in addition to any of the gear that we have, do we have any spending money, any gold?
So you've got about from your last job, you've got about 200 gold apiece.
Okay.
That was your payout. So you've got some equipment that you've been like you're not so much been sent off with because like this is where you're like this was the last place that you kind of came back to. This was the last point of civilization before where you were fighting.
So we returned to town basically to
So
restock.
you've just finished helping in a campaign for a civil war that's kind of coming to its end, kind of not, and you've just finished your last battle, whatever you want to call it, and you've now come back to civilization, as it were.
And is
And
this
you've just
supposed to
been
be? Is this supposed to be like a rest and then go back out and fight, or are we?
This is so much this well it's more you've been done, you've been paid.
So
you've
our
been paid
services
your
are our contract's over.
yeah, your contract's over, you've been paid your contract, you've been given what resources that you were given at the start, which is there. It's like it's basic survival stuff. I've got a list of it here. It's ropes, tools, things like that you need, tents, sleeping bags, those kind of things.
Okay.
And the idea is you can go from there. We'll see, because
So what motivation do I have to stick with these assholes?
I'm thinking the same thing.
none so far. But you know, like literally, you know no one in town. The only reason you know about town is because you came through here before. This is where you came through when you were going to fight initially.
Oh, what else would you do, Rat?
I don't know. I'm a fucking evil mage. I'll find something.
I'll find someone
Yeah,
to burn.
I mean,
And you will die without it either.
just saying that I came here, get some money so I can move on, and
These guys are kind of
Just
smelly after the
advance.
campaign. I might just want to retreat back to my little druid lair with my animals.
yeah. So I'd say Apward would find his way to the tavern and take a load off.
So what one are you going to? Are you going to the Rusty Anchor or the Silver Spoon?
I'm pretty
The
sure
rusty-
animals that do not bathe would be.
So the Rusty Anchor is the cheap,
Yeah, like the deep, cheap, downtrodden one that all the sailors go to. Doesn't have the same like standard of food and drink you would get in the Silver Spoon.
I'm
But
a
Is the Silver Spoon the nice, or is it just like
it's
average?
It's like average. It's nicer, but it's not as it's a lot pretty
Apward would go to
pricey.
the average Joe. Wait, so is it pricey?
Yeah, it's like compared to the Rusty Spoon, it's very expensive because it like the silver are compared to the Rusty Anchor, it's very expensive because it doesn't have any competition worth talking about for the kind of market that you're looking at. So it's relatively expensive for what you're getting.
It was basically Hilton got it.
Relatively expensive. Okay, I'd go to the Rusty Anchor.
I don't fit in wherever I go. I'm a loner. I'll just tag along to the Rusty Anchor. I don't really have an opinion.
You can only sleep out there with animals. You don't care.
Surprised you're even hanging out with these people.
I know. I'd rather be in a garden with my animals, communing with nature, but duty calls.
Duty, you finished your duty.
Does that mean you go to the bathroom? Wait a minute.
Plus, it was a little bit of a whim to go on an adventure. As I am chaotic neutral, I sometimes cater to my whims, and as a woman, I have lots of them.
Okay, so a bit more information. It's quite early in the afternoon. Like obviously you just arrived, so it's early in the afternoon.
So, are you saying it's too early to get drunk?
No. I'm not saying it's too early. I'm just giving you
Especially not the
more.
Rusty Anchor.
I'm giving you more premise of what's going on. So are just the two of you going to the Rusty Anchor, or what's Rat? What's his name?
Kaiser. I
Kaiser?
don't-
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Kaiser Drum or whatever Trum.
Like
He
Kaiser
said-
for short.
Zard.
Kai Zard, right?
Yeah.
And Vert named his character Vert Stolomule or whatever, so I'm just gonna go with Vert.
Fair enough.
Okay.
So what are Kaizard and Vert doing?
You know, he's a real evil guy, and he's thinking a drink is a mighty good idea. So I guess we'd stick together so far as the tavern.
Like to point out, I'm leading the way. Just throwing that out there.
Vert, you
You've
coming with
walked off
us?
and these people are following you. That's...
I mean, when has a dwarf ever turned down a drink, right? Come on.
I have no ambitions otherwise.
So we arrive at the Rusty Anchor. I enter in, sit down at the bar.
Okay, so as you're walking in, you see it's a pretty run-down place. There's your typical sailors sitting around getting drunk on their leave, shore leave. The bartender, the guy behind the bar, is pretty crummy looking, to be honest. You see a couple people at the bar kind of passed out. The bartender asks you, what can he get you?
How much is your beer?
10 silver.
All right, I'll have a beer.
Okay,
And,
so
just kind of relax and enjoy myself.
the beer comes out. It's more like gruel, and it's not the cleanest of glasses. And he says, "That's all we've got."
And I say, can you please clean the glass first?
So he goes, he grabs a new glass, grabs a cloth, spits in the cloth, and starts cleaning the glass.
Fair enough. I take it and I hand over the 10 silver, and it's 1 gold, right?
It's 1 gold, so he'll give you 90 silver back.
Wait.
Well, you'll give. We'll just do it. Well, you've got it in smaller amounts. We won't just say you have 20 gold pieces because that's or 200 gold pieces because that's pretty rough.
Right, but
So-
is it 100
Yeah.
silver for 1 gold?
Yeah, it's 100 silver for 1 gold.
Ah, okay, there we go.
So like you give him 10 silver
I'm with it.
or whatever.
That's fine. I thought it was 10 silver for 1 gold. My apologies. Okay. All right. I sit back and just kind of take in the sights. I just sip my my beer slowly and just watch the surrounding area.
I walk over to the bar and I pull out some of the strings from the top of my leather corset that I'm wearing because that's my armor, and
Of course.
I ask him very nicely if he has any mead in the back.
He proceeds to look at you like you're extremely stupid, and just replies, "The only thing we have is grog."
I laugh.
Well, then I relace my corset and I say I don't want anything, thank you.
He just continues to do his job. He continues to clean behind the counter. Rats.
How high is the kind
Good question.
It's short enough that you can just about see over it. It's like,
I'm below 5 feet, so
Hey, Vert.
well, yeah, actually, no, you'd see over it.
You need me to lift you up onto the stool, buddy? I reach down and lift him up and set him on the stool. Hope you don't mind. Look like you need a little help there, dwarf.
I'm okay.
So let's make this amusing. Do you want to roll a strength check for that?
Sure. What is it? D20?
Be a d20.
So I roll 14, and I have a strength mod of
Plus 3.
Oh, plus
so
3.
You pass. That's fine.
hooray.
Upward grabs Vert by the back of his collar and like hauls him up into the stool.
Thank you. Whatever your character's name is.
You can call me App. Appy's fine. Appward.
Happy. Um, I will take a beer as well.
Okay.
Maria, you want to just try that again tomorrow? Because that is like
Yeah.
20 minutes every fucking time.
Yeah, that's fine.
So the bartender proceeds to serve you your grog in typical, not really clean glass.
And I will down it in one gulp.
I reach over and I pass the silver over for you. You were good help in the fight earlier there, Vert. So this one's on me.
Thank
So
you.
you're gonna down it in one go. Okay.
He's just
Roll a I'm just doing this for bad. Roll a Constitution check. So it's a D20 plus your 2 from your Constitution.
Nice.
I think I had 13 Constitution, so.
Yeah, it's plus 2.
the-
So you roll a D20 and then it's the bonus modifier.
You want to go and click the button for me, because I don't see the thing.
So you rolled a 7 plus 2.
2. So 9.
So you get about 3/4 of the way down the glass and you start to choke. And to like clear your airways, you like drop the glass and you like kind of throw up like like what was in your mouth and you start coughing to clear your airways, your throat.
Alright.
Been drinking long there, dwarf?
Well, that's nice you would.
I just shake my head in disgust.
So what's Rat's character doing?
Yeah,
Other
what's
than
what's
standing
Kai
in the
what's
door-
Kai doing?
Yeah, standing
Yeah.
in the doorway.
Seeing the state of the inn, I just turn around and walk out.
So where are you heading?
First things first, I'd like to cast a spell. I think it's
You gonna
detect
burn down the
magic.
inn?
You don't even know what he
Maybe.
has.
Maybe not yet.
So you cast?
Should I like be typing this to you? Because I don't know if I want these guys, knowing what I'm doing.
You can if you want, yeah. Want them to know, you can type this way.
Is there like, I don't know, a whisper function?
I get the feeling he's gonna set the rusty anchor on fire while we're inside.
Just hit shift tab and tap it down.
I'm suddenly afraid.
Yeah, you can drop it in Discord. Like, if you type it like at Shroomtastic.
Shift tab works. Shift tab's good. Wait, I'm pretty sure that's how that spell works anyway. Let me bring up the manual.
There. You're making me have to type a whole bunch of
Yeah, I know, it's fabulous.
Start the game already.
This is the game.
It's
Okay,
a reference in Age of Empires 2.
I'll
Harry.
start walking towards the harbor.